Unholy Confessions. Nice track. Yeah. So it took me quite a while to pass this. I'd say probably 6 timeouts. Um, 5 of which were on the last checkpoint. The last checkpoint's a fucking bitch. So it's quite funny. You'll see at the end, I edited it to show like the amount of fails I get on the last few bounces. Because honestly, I mean, when you're nervous and you have the bounces like those, it's fucking impossible. I mean, like, the last checkpoint isn't the hardest. I'd say checkpoint 6 is definitely harder. But when you're nervous and you're on the last checkpoint of a hard track like this, the fucking like shit just goes down. Your hands are not really shaking, but you know you're fucking nervous, and so you can't really judge bounces. And also you'll see, and pay close attention as well, the attempt before I pass, like when I go for the last bounce, you'll see like it lags a bit. And when that happened, I fucking paused the game and I was gonna throw my controller, honestly. Like, that shit pissed me off. And I've noticed it's been happening a lot on PS4. I don't know if it's the console or what, but fucking like lag on so many tracks. JKT's new track, Gaia, if that's how you pronounce it. I can't play that shit. Like, honestly, it's a beautiful track, but fucking I get to the third checkpoint and then every other attempt is fucking laggy. I don't know if it's PS4 like I said or just fucking trials, like there's too many tracks and shit so it can't handle all the data, I don't know. But that's a pain in the ass that's been happening recently. I mean, it's just really inconvenient that I got that little lag spike on that last bounce. I'm convinced I would have done it if it wasn't for that little fucking lag spike. But it doesn't really matter because I passed it later this run anyway. So yeah, back to the timeouts. Had about 6 timeouts. 5 were on the last checkpoint, and then 1 was on checkpoint 6, and that was my first attempt on the track. I just fucking couldn't get past checkpoint 6, but I just went till I timed out to get practice on it. But yeah, I mean, easiest to hardest, or hardest to easiest, I'd say 6 is harder than 10, although I had more trouble with 10. But if you think about it logically, if you played the individuals, you'd have more time on 6 than on 10. 10's definitely easier, but it's just that aspect of you're nervous, it's the last checkpoint, that kind of thing. But yeah, I'd say 6 is the hardest, then 10's second hardest, and then really it's just a mix-up between 7 and 8. Both of them are equally as hard, I'd say. Maybe 7's a bit harder, because all it is with 8 is the break bounce, and then the rest is piss easy. Yeah, so I'd say checkpoint 7 is harder, then 8's easier. And then the rest, can't really think. Probably it'd have to be 9, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, or then 1, then 2. But it doesn't matter. The hardest checkpoint is 6, closely followed by 10. 10's a bitch. Really nice track though. I think Shane did a good job. But difficulty-wise, I honestly don't think it's that difficult. I mean, it's nowhere near a hard 6. In my opinion, I'd say it's at most like a solid 6. Something like Fapnrock to me. I mean, I've played Fapnrock quite a bit. I've had a fair few timeouts before I took a break on this game. I played Fapnrock a fair bit, and I got to checkpoint 6, but I just couldn't get past that. I think Fapnrock is fucking so much harder than this. This is, yeah, like if we're talking decimals, I'd say this is like a 6.4, some nonsense, and then Fapnrock is like a fucking hard 6. I've not tried 2025, but honestly, like, you can't really go off looks, but I think that looks so much harder than Sab. But it's probably not, I don't know, I'd have to try it. I don't think I'm good enough to come close to passing either Sab or 2025, but I could give them a go. But yeah, I mean, in terms of difficulty, this track is easier than like a lot of 6s I can think of. It's obviously way easier than 2025. It's definitely easier than Fapnrock. Those are, I guess, the only 2 I can think of right now. But it is definitely harder than all the other tracks I've passed. I mean, Hirayami Stadium and Magnarok, this is fucking so much harder than those. So yeah, this is definitely the hardest track I've passed so far. Quite pleased that I passed it. Took a few timeouts. I kind of expected. I should have passed it way sooner. I mean, on one of my runs, I thought I was in for like a really good pass because I got to the last checkpoint in 10 minutes and about 40 faults, and I thought this must be it, you know, and then it just fucking timed out. Shit happens, man. Nerves plus really hard bounces, yeah, whatever. Not really an excuse. Like a player who's played as long as me and like passed hard tracks, you should think you wouldn't get nervous, but you get fucking nerves. I mean, when Shane, his commentary on his 2025 video, you know, he said nerves come into play even when you're on checkpoint 2 or 3. So, and it really is true. You do get fucking nervous on like really hard tracks. But yeah, I mean, apart from that, nice track. Glad I passed. I'm thinking of trying Fapnarok because I have that track is to me just an amazing track. Like I remember when I first started playing Trials and I watched Ghetto's Evo video, and Fapnarok was just a track that I've always wanted to pass. I mean, it's not like obviously the best track, but it's just like kind of iconic. I don't know, there's something about Fapnarok that kind of just appeals to me. I really want to pass it, so I might give it a go. I reckon I probably could pass it with a grind, definitely. It's just nailing checkpoint 6 really. I mean, the squishy is really difficult, and then obviously you got the fucking slide bounce slide, and then the ending's obviously failable. But I reckon if you get past checkpoint 6 at a good time, like 15 minutes or maybe even 20, then yeah, you're in for a pass, because I mean 7, 8 and 9 aren't too difficult. But then again, you know, fucking checkpoint 10 on this track isn't difficult, but you're nervous and then you fuck up. So I guess anything can happen, you know. Shit happens when you're nervous, man. But yeah, I think I might try Fapnarok. I've always wanted to pass that. So if I do pass that, then I look forward to that video, because I don't think anyone's uploaded Fapnarok. But I mean, I think MAQ's going for it, because recently someone uploaded Fapnarok without like a lot of tie glitches. So if MAQ passes that, then obviously you'll see his video before I pass it, and he's definitely better than me, so I wouldn't put it against him to pass that track. It is very difficult, but that guy's a beast, so he's definitely capable of passing it. I didn't expect the commentary to go on for this long, but the attempt's coming up where it glitches. I think it's the next one, maybe. Not this one. I think it's this one. Yeah, probably is. Oh no, maybe not. Yeah, so it's definitely the next attempt. I mean, it's just fucking bullshit, isn't it? Okay, just watch. It happens right after I do. There, did you see that little stop? So obviously it doesn't really show it that well, like from this perspective, but when I was actually going for the bounce, if I can like, it's like the game froze for half a second and I wasn't in the position I wanted to be in, and then just fucking peeled it. I'll stop talking now. Thank you for watching, and if I pass another hard track or get a sick run, I'll upload that. Goodbye.